If Sosuke Aizen, the most dangerous tactical mind from the Soul Society, tears open a dimensional rift into the shinobi world, he introduces a set of combat variables that the hidden villages have never calculated. The shinobi world balances chakra reserves, relies on strict clan lineages, and upholds established peace treaties, all of which assume a physical baseline that Aizen's mere presence ignores. Aizen's threat profile is built on 4 pillars: immense spiritual pressure, Hogyoku's immortality, a genius intellect, and his Zanpakuto, Kyoka Suigetsu. That blade grants absolute control over all 5 human senses simultaneously. Once seen, an opponent's perception of reality belongs strictly to him. To achieve conquest, he must systematically isolate and dismantle the high-tier combatants within the ninja world, starting from the perimeter of the established power structure. Because Aizen dictates exactly what his opponents see, hear, and touch, he forces the shinobi to fight a battle where their traditional training in detection and stealth no longer applies. The Akatsuki Syndicate acts as the first organized frontline defense to mobilize against him. Hiden, Kakuzu, Sasori, and Deidara rely on highly lethal, straightforward aggression. Aizen exploits this immediately, using hypnosis to redirect their destructive force into empty space, while his battle IQ identifies the weaknesses in their unique biological structures. The first genuine tactical hurdle is Itachi Uchiha, who represents the peak of shinobi psychological warfare. When Itachi's genjutsu collides with Kyoka Suigetsu, 2 constructed realities clash. Each mind attempts to trap the other in an inescapable loop of mental attrition. The mechanical disadvantage for Itachi lies in his biology. Casting high-level genjutsu burns through massive amounts of chakra, while Kyoka Suigetsu remains active without placing any noticeable physical toll on Aizen. The moment Itachi's stamina wavers under the psychological strain, Aizen's vastly superior speed and physical durability allow him to end the engagement before Itachi can recover his focus. A shinobi's standard illusions are ineffective against an adversary who can sustain absolute sensory manipulation indefinitely. Pain operates through a different defensive profile. With the Rinnegan, he commands the battlefield through Shinra Tensei, mechanically repelling any direct physical assault. His primary operational advantage is the flawless shared visual network linking his 6 bodies, effectively eliminating blind spots. Aizen targets that connection. He injects conflicting visual data into the shared stream, causing each body to perceive a contradictory threat. This creates a catastrophic sensory overload, blinding the 6 bodies. Aizen then traces the chakra signal back to the isolated and frail Nagato. By manipulating the shared network, Aizen turns a sensory strength into a fatal vulnerability. The threat level reaches its apex with the arrival of Madara Uchiha, who wields enough raw destructive force to reshape geography. Aizen relies on precision, but Madara brings apocalypse. He deploys the perfect Susanoo and pulls down descending meteors that level the entire battlefield. Madara also introduces an offensive variable that cannot be seen, the Limbo clones, existing in a parallel dimension that Aizen cannot track. Aizen constantly takes heavy hits that he cannot foresee. To survive, he relies on the Hogyuko's immortality, regenerating his physical form from damage that would be fatal to any other entity. Madam. His raw power is immense, but because he cannot locate Aizen's true physical body through the perfect illusions, his attacks hit nothing but phantoms. The battle becomes a stalemate between invisible assassins and an untouchable phantom. When absolute mind control meets absolute physical destruction, the conflict devolves into a brutal war of attrition with no clear end. Even if Aizen bypasses Madara, he faces a final obstacle: Six Paths Naruto. Naruto possesses 6 paths sensing abilities and Sage Mode, both powered by the combined chakra of the Biju. This is a direct counter to Aizen's primary weapon. Naruto's sensing abilities bypass the 5 senses entirely, allowing him to track Aizen's actual location, regardless of what Kyoka Suigetsu makes him see. Stripped of his psychological shield, Aizen must engage head-on. The fight becomes a direct collision between black spiritual pressure and pure golden energy. The assessment is clear. Aizen occupies the same power tier as the world's strongest shinobi, surviving every tactical horror the world throws at him. While Aizen matches the capabilities of the Kage and the Akatsuki, his path to total conquest is permanently blocked by the specific sensory and destructive capabilities of Madara and Naruto. Does Aizen eventually outlast them through his immortality, or do the shinobi hold the line? Let us know in the comments.